You know that seasons are there for a purpose. In Europe, we have 4 seasons: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. On the African continents, generally speaking, there are 2 seasons broadly: the dry season and the wet season. And you know that, let's talk about winter today, because we are going here towards winter now. We are mid-November in the UK and we are going towards winter. Now what's going on at the moment? We are at the end of autumn. Leaves have changed color. The green leaves in the trees are changing color. They turn yellow, dark red, brown, then they shrivel and fall. And gradually, one by one, depending on their species, the trees look completely bare. They look dead. They are just dark black, at least those that shed their leaves in autumn. And winter is like the season of dead stuff. No fruit, no flower, nearly no flower, and everything is cold. It used to snow abundantly and freeze, and everything looks dead. But one day in spring, all these trees that seemed dead start budding. You see buds growing, little leaves coming out, unfolding, growing, filling the trees with foliage. And it's a lesson for us. God did not create the seasons just for the sake of them. Each season teaches us something. And I want to encourage you today that when winter is there and everything looks dead, actually, the trees are not dead at all. Right inside, hidden to view, the juice of the tree is still circulating. The trees are still breathing, and they are preparing. They are taking their time to produce new leaves that will come up in spring. And it's just the same with us. We have our seasons, like people talk about the seasons of life, and our bodies grow old. At a point, we look older than what we were. Our hair doesn't grow that fast again. We are not as strong as we used to be. And then people disappear, they leave their body, and people are calling that dead. But actually, just like the trees, they are not dead. They have only shed their body just like the trees shed their leaves. And people continue living, only that you don't see them anymore. But they are very much alive, just as alive as the trees in winter. And then, one day, there is going to be the resurrection of the bodies, and people will come up with new bodies. So don't get what you see deceive you, because the just shall live by faith, and certainly not by sight. And we all know about optical illusions. Lots of things that you see are not the reality. They are just things that you see. Just like what you see of people on Facebook and other social media is not their reality. It's just a glimpse. And some of them can pretend and present a side of them that is not the real thing. So cling to the Word of God and start looking at people the way God sees them. Do you know that the day we are born, we are eternal? We are living in time, but we are not creatures of time. We are made for eternity. The Word of God says that God has put eternity in the heart of men, in the heart of people. We have all an idea of eternity. If not, you will not see that word everywhere, in language, in literature. Eternity is part of the vocabulary, and yet none of us has ever seen eternity. So if we use that word so much, it tells you that it is a reality. It's not a fanciful word that we just use like that. We are all eternal. When we so-called die, we're not dead. We are just moving to another location, and we continue life there in another word, in another way. So look at winter and start thanking God for the life that continues underground, within the trunk of trees, within the soil. All these things that we don't see, but they are very real. And start thanking God for it. Bless you.